I'm aware that you have been taken through the achievements, the challenges, and envisioned future of education in our country, among other things. It is therefore my prayer that you have reflected both individually and collectively on the important role you play in the education sector, and that the training has positively impacted your ideological orientation, which you will now translate into action at your individual schools. Indeed, this is the moment for all of us to be patriotic and to enlist more patriots so that we emerge with an even better and stronger education delivery system. Please always remember that God first identified you as a person and then entrusted you with the most honorable duty to nurture the children of your homeland that He has placed in your school, and that He has given you the position of authority. You must be even more grateful to mold the children, these children under your care for their future. Please do that God's will, I pray. This curriculum introduced the 21st century skills, which include critical thinking. This was in order to open up our children's minds so that they stop learning by cramming, that they may begin to ask questions and feel free to give their own opinion instead of cramming to produce other people's ideas for the exams without doing any thinking of their own, which is why we never see any African perspective in our teaching and learning. Therefore, please promote critical thinking and encourage our children to ask questions. So, the school is supposed to introduce these children to an environment where they have the freedom to ask questions. And the teachers should be the ones to encourage that, so that children can ask questions, so that they can provide their own opinion and know that it is okay, that they are also included in conversations and that their opinion is considered important. I call upon our head teachers to be the gatekeepers of our culture. Let us not allow our young generation to get derailed under our watch. Be vigilant in monitoring the behavior of every learner in your care. Together, let us put in place systems and measures that make it impossible for such behavior and vices to flourish in our school environment and the communities. Teachers, especially head teachers, are supposed to keep in touch with the communities where our children come from. And you should invite from time to time, invite the parents to school for parent and teachers meetings, so that you have an input in what is happening in the community around the school.
To build prosperity, you need all three. You need patriotism, you need Pan-Africanism, because you need the markets, but you also need a changed society. The socio-economic transformation, and then democracy. So I'm glad we have been exposed. So if you need examples of success in the world, they are there. And if you want the examples of failure, they are also there. And Latin America is one of them. And I don't want Africa to be a Latin America. You had the poison of tribalism, which had been on since before colonialism, and during colonialism it was reinforced. You now had the poison of religious sectarianism, and you still had the problem of gender chauvinism, looking down upon women. So that's how when politics was introduced, it immediately took those forms. Parties were formed according to identity.
In your years of leadership, you have cherished family values and cohesion as anchors for a better nation. Thank you, Your Excellency, for being the champion of family and national values. During their stay, they covered the following modules: patriotism building and transformative discipline, ideology and leadership philosophy, conscious discipline, thinking as a tool in understanding reality, revolutionary discipline and methods of work, strategic bottlenecks that have constrained Uganda's socio-economic transformation, the role of different stakeholders in secondary schools, transparency and accountability, tips on time management, imperialism, the role of UPDF in socio-economic transformation, rich but poor, a survey of Uganda's economy, geopolitics and its implication on Uganda's national security. We considered the leaders who have accessed patriotism ideology to mobilize and sensitize their people at the lower levels. NALI took the first step to extend this knowledge to our secondary schools through ideology and leadership outreach program. We have covered quite a number of secondary schools in Kamwenge district, and we have tackled some in Kabarole, and after we intend to continue to other parts of the country. We have realized, Your Excellency, that doing this we shall continue to realize. We realize that the method is effective in terms of minimizing costs and achieving the desired effect. Besides, the program does not interfere with the school's academic calendar.
Before any person, and also before any civil servant is deployed in any government office, I suggest that may they undergo the same training here in Kyankwanzi, so that when people reach these offices, they are saved, rejuvenated, and we shall not have corruption tendencies anymore, because everyone shall have patriotism at heart, and they will love their country.